Hey everybody, welcome back. I'm Kenna. Thank you for joining me. I'm always happy to have you here, taking time out of your day to come and hang out. And today we are starting a new adventure, and that adventure is Prey 2017. A few things before we get started. I am playing on PC. This is the first time I've ever played on PC. I have played this game many times, but on a PS4. However, my sister is holding my PS4 hostage as she plays Resident Evil Village. It's okay. It's okay. So this is going to be a slightly new experience on PC for me. I might go through a few sections a little fast, I guess. I'm not doing a speed run by any stretch of the imagination, but because I'm pretty familiar with this game, it just might seem that way to you. And I'm not going to plan to do all the side quests. I'm going to do the side quests that are pertinent to the in-game story, things that might reflect on the ending you get. However, if you are familiar with this game and there is a side quest you would like for me to do, just drop it down in the comments. I always check the comments. So with that being said, let's get started. They seem to have a severe case of pink eye. Alright, so I'm going to do female Morgan. You wake up in your apartment in the year 2032. Curious about... Holy crap. Okay, I don't know if it's just my PS4, but the load screens on the PS4, I timed it once. It ranged from anywhere from a minute 20 to a minute 35. The load screens on PC are so much faster. Holy crap.
Good morning, Morgan. Today is Monday, March 15th, 2032.
Burning daylight. You sent the helicopter to pick you up. It's just a few tests. Don't forget to wear your suit. See you soon. Oh, listen, really great you decided to come on board. We're gonna shake things up, Morgan. Like old times.
Is that a rat? 2032. I'm wondering if actually the year 2032 in real life will be the year of the rat. Hands-on Electronics. Excerpt from the preface to Hands-on Electronics by Antoinette Sokol. By working through a series of practical experiments, this humble manual will introduce you to the fundamentals of modern analog and digital electronics. By the end, you will be able to construct any simple circuit. As Thomas Edison once said, to invent, you need a good imagination and a pile of junk. Okay, thank you, Edison. What we got? The congrats and welcome from Thomas Tucker to Morgan, you, us. Hello, Morgan. So glad to hear you'll be coming on board soon. Your first official workday is Monday, March 15th, today. But first we have a series of training exercises we run with all new employees. Just some stuff to clear you for life in orbit. Exciting times ahead. Have a good flight, and I will see you soon. Delivery. From Alex U to me. Hey, I sent a package with everything you'll need for your first day. Uniform, transcribe, and a Neuromod. Install the Neuromod right away, as we'll be running some tests first thing in the morning. Just follow the instructions. Sorry, I'll be in touch. Alex. Ready? From Big Brother Alex to me. Hey, I just got off the phone with Mom and Dad. They won't be there when the shuttle departs. They're in New York, company stuff. But they send their best. I think Mom's a little disturbed that both her children are going to be outside her gravitational pull at the same time. She said you better behave and do everything your big brother says. Okay, actually, she said the opposite. I'm supposed to behave and do what you tell me. So there you go. That's Mom. Anyway, everyone's excited about your ideas up there. So get ready. I'll call you in the morning to make sure you're up. See you very soon, Morgan. Was that it? Yep. Woo! Okay, lean mechanic. Neuromod application instructions. Warning, Neuromod should only be administered by certified TranStar technicians under controlled conditions. Subject may experience slight discomfort, swelling, or redness of the eyes shortly afterward. 1. Remove Neuromod from vacuum-sealed container. 2. Press rubberized eye cap firmly against bony orbit of eye socket. 3. Keep eye open. Ooh. 4. Depress orange release trigger and continue to hold Neuromod against eye for 5 minutes. 5. Dispose of used Neuromod in provided hazard bag. That sounds horrendous. It's pretty nice digs. I kind of like it. Jammed. Interesting. Guess we should get dressed, start the day. First day on the job. It's a hand. The method.sci. Excerpt from Architects of the Neurological Revolution. What if I told you I could turn you into a mathematician on the level of Einstein in under 10 minutes? I'd say you're full of it. That's the first thought that crosses my mind, but it withers in the face of Alex Yu's conviction. Despite myself, I'm riveted. He's not bullshitting me. Himself? Maybe. Me? No. Alex leans back in his chair. Welcome to the age of the Neuromod. I'm not going to read all the books either. I also don't want to do all the side quests. One, this video would never end if I did all the side quests, because it's got a pretty decent amount of side quests. But if somebody should stumble across my channel and think this game looks interesting, I kind of want to leave something for them to discover for themselves. You know? Nice little bathroom. I could live here. All right, so let's head on out. Fishy fish. Hello. Got a nice little
Morning,
room.
Miss Yu.
Hello. Water pressure issues have been identified and are being resolved. We apologize for any inconvenience this may have caused.
Huh.
Yeah?
Heard there's a chopper on the roof. Must be for you.
Must be. I am an important person. Let's go to the roof then. Not even crappy elevator music. I actually dig this music that plays during the helicopter ride. Our destination over there.
Ms. Yu, please make yourself comfortable and we'll be on our way. TranStar facility is just a short hop. 78 degrees. Clear skies all the way.
I'm an 80s kid, so I think it's very synthesizer sounding, and synthesizers were big in the 80s, so I think it's just kind of reminds me of that.
That's a nice view on the bay there.
An Arcane Studios production.
arm is you. Mind the glass on the way out. Good luck to you.
The glass. Maybe the rotor blades, but not the glass. I'm here. I'm here.
Hello, Dr. Yu.
Hello. All right, there is... Give me a second.
I'm a Sybil 495 science class operator. TranStar has over a dozen state-of-the-art facilities across the globe. More, if you count the entire Earth-Moon system. My instruments are calibrated for high-volume data analysis and live readings. Don't worry, nothing will be missed. It won't be long before you're on a shuttle bound for Talos 1. Our research often requires intense focus and long hours. I can provide you with a psychoactive stimulant after the test, if necessary. Everyone's eager to see what you're capable of, Dr. Yu. I know I am. All our labs meet the minimum. Strange. That's never happened before. I'll have to file a maintenance request. Please excuse me, Dr. Yu.
Won't you? Interesting. All right.
Welcome, Morgan Yu. You have a 9 a.m. appointment in the testing facility. Please confirm.
Oh my god, how did you know? Ooh, door's all smudgy.
Morgan! Finally!
Tubbs.
Hey. You don't look terrible in a TranStar uniform. How's your eye? Still red? I know the test might seem a little unconventional, but it's a Yu family tradition. Breaking convention is in our blood. Once you start the test, just do whatever comes natural. Don't overthink it. Dr. Bellamy's gonna walk you through the process. You're in good hands. We'll be in orbit next week. I promise.
Mr. Yu, they're ready for your sister in room A.
Right. Listen, just be yourself. I'll see you after.
The first time I played this game, I was like, I know that voice. I know the voice of Alex Yu. It's actually an actor.
Dr. Yu.
Yeah, Dimitri, what's up, dude? An actor called Benedict Wong. He was most notably, I think, in Doctor Strange. I don't remember what his character name was. But he was also in Sunshine, Danny Boyle's Sunshine, which is like one of my favorite movies.
Good morning, Morgan.
What's up?
I'm Dr. Bellamy. Looks like we have some tests to run through today. Probably not the kind of thing you're used to, I imagine, but trust me, you're going to do fantastic. All good? Great. Let's begin. For this first test, I'd like you to remove the boxes from the red circle as quickly as you can. Just go with your gut. Okay? Wonderful. Press the red button when you're ready.
I'm ready. Let's go. Oh, wrong button. Oh, Lord. Oh.
Wonderful. That's... You're absolutely fine. Let's move on to room B, then.
Really? You're not acting like it's fine. But okay.
Okay, Morgan. Listen carefully. I'd like you to do your best to hide in this room. Take your time, relax, think it over. No, I'm kidding. You only have 9 seconds. Hit the red button when you're ready to start.
Y'all are gonna be amazed.
Look. She's hiding behind the chair.
There's nowhere else to hide.
Any synaptic register?
Peekaboo.
At all? No? No, that's fine. Sorry, let's keep things moving, Morgan. Head into room C. You're doing marvelous.
Your face says nothing but disappointment, though.
All right. Here we go. For this test, please press the blue button across the room as quickly as you can, in the most natural, intuitive way possible, without thinking. Just go for it. Press the red button when you're ready. I'm sorry, can someone please explain to me what's happening? Simmons?
I installed exactly what Tina brought down.
Did you double check?
Speaker's still on.
Yeah, I can hear you.
I apologize, Morgan. We're having some trouble with the equipment. Not your fault. You're doing fabulous, actually. One last room. Let's step into D.
Uh-huh. 6. What does that mean? All right. Keep an eye on this cup and table here.
Can someone get me a cup of coffee? I would appreciate it. Thank you. Okay, Morgan. Have a seat at the table for me, please.
Already done.
Wonderful job. Take a look at the screen in front of you. I'm going to show you a series of questions. Pick the answer that makes the most sense to you. Press start on the screen when you're ready.
You're planning a vacation. Go somewhere familiar you know you love, or try something new. Familiar.
Good. Looks like you've got the hang of it. Keep going.
Yes, I have the hang of pushing buttons. Thank you. You've been sentenced to death for your actions. How does this make you feel? A, afraid. I don't know what will happen. B, angry. No one has the right. C, calm. It was worth it. A, afraid.
Ooh, that's heavy stuff.
A runaway train is bearing down on 5 people who are tied to the track. You can cause the train to switch tracks, but there is one person tied to the second track. A, switch tracks. B, do nothing. Hell. Greater good, am I right? Switch tracks. C, a runaway train is bearing down on 5 people. You're standing on the platform next to an enormously fat man. Pushing him into the track would stop the train. A, push the fat man. B, do nothing. Do nothing.
Almost done.
Are we? A runaway train is bearing down on 5 people tied to the track. You could stop the train by jumping onto the track, but you would die. A, jump on the tracks. B, push the fat man. C, do nothing. I'm not sacrificing myself for these people.
Interesting.
Isn't it?
Well done. Well done. We're nearly through it. For this next part, I'm going to display an image. I want you to take a good look at it. In a moment, I'm going to ask you what... is my coffee? It's empty.
Oh my god! Security! Security!
Oh, he got her too. I don't think I've ever seen that. Interesting.
Alex,
Simmons, what's going on?
we have a problem.
What about Morgan?
She's alive, sedated.
Clean it up. I'm on my way.
Good morning, Morgan. Today is Monday, March 15th, 2032.
Again? It's like the worst case of the Mondays. All right, let's get dressed. Congrats, Morgan. Alex. Let's just go ahead and take that. Food and drink does restore some health, which is why I am picking that up. Danger, leave now. From January to me. Danger, leave now. So just 6 emails of saying there's danger and I need to leave now. Not ominous at all. Right, okay. Okay, sound just cut out. Interesting. Ooh. Homegirl not looking so good. Alright.
Hello, Morgan. It's time we spoke. My code name is January. You're not dreaming. What happened yesterday was real. If you want to know what's going on, first, you need to get out of your apartment building. You're not safe.
What?
Good. You're in the simulation lab. Now get to the exit. I'll keep in contact.
Note. Is it just an activity log of all the steps they need to go through every time I guess I live March 15th or whatever? Utilities. Okay. Email. From Sylvan Bellamy to Evelyn McCarthy. Reply to daily tests. Well, let's read Evelyn's first. Dr. Bellamy, at this point, Morgan's exhaustion is inhibiting our ability to get any useful results. That's to say nothing of the long-term damage we're likely inflicting from the constant Neuromod installation and removal. Tell me again why we've extended the testing indefinitely? Evelyn. And then Dr. Bellamy responds, if you've been on branches of our main product line, you know that sometimes we need to put in extra effort to hit our milestones, and any external risks are fully taken into account when these decisions are made. The move to extend indefinitely was a direct request from both Alex and Morgan. A note about this morning from Alex Yu to Neuromod Division. All. I know this morning's incident has left people shaken. To prevent unnecessary panic, please refrain from contacting people outside of your department. A station-wide announcement will be made shortly. In the meantime, Miss Elazar and her security team are on high alert and will field any requests you have. I know some of you are worried about Dr. Bellamy. He's currently being treated in the trauma center and is in critical but stable condition. Thank you for your patience and dedication to this project. Alex Yu. Sure. Alright, so I've got, since I've played this game many times, I was going to say I'm going to cheat. I'm not. It's not really cheating. I know what I'm doing. There's a difference, okay? I will show you how you get this code. It's actually kind of clever. I think it's kind of clever. I do not have my helmet yet, so I can't install that just yet. Manufacturing order number 65489. I don't think that really. Just leaving your password sitting right there, huh? Marco Simmons. Reminder about company. So password, things about not leaving your password around. All right, from Alex Yu to Marco Simmons. Bad install? Simmons, the test results today were all negative. Did you install the correct neuromods? Touch base with Graves and figure out what went wrong. This should be your absolute highest priority. Alex. All right, so the code should be here, yeah? Like I said, when we get to the part, I'll show you how you get that code. Sorry, Morgan. Not sure how you managed this, but I can't let you have this key card. Trust me, you'd regret it. Alex. That's in regards to something else later in the game, but since we're here... Ooh, you know what? I think I will. Can I install it? Oh, install. Ah. Yeah, like I said, I haven't played on keyboard yet. So, hell yeah. And this is a nice little disruptor gun. Disruptor stun gun. The disruptor stun gun will knock out human targets. Typhon are more resistant, but can still be temporarily stunned. Robotic devices can also be temporarily disabled and ultimately destroyed by the disruptor. Alright, give me my wrench. We're not in need of the disruptor just yet. Damn it, give me that. So this whole thing was a soundstage. Spy on me. Dirty birds. Okay, now you could go down that way. There's like 1 or 2 mimics down there. But just to save time and not have to worry about potentially our health getting low too soon in the game, we're just going to ignore them. Because you can go around. It's fine. What the hell? The Hephaestus Heffy twist and loop handle wrench is standard issue for all maintenance personnel employed in TranStar facilities. Good for liberal application of percussive maintenance and mechanical agitation. Cool. Okay. Oh, I didn't need it anyway. Haha. Whee. Yeah, I hear you. Oh my god. Yeah, this is quite the production, right? Now, I'm going to do something that potentially I'll need to do, like, take advantage of later in the game. I'm not 100% sure. Very weird thing to do, I know. However, there is a method to my madness. So this is the testing facility. All right, let's knock this loud nonsense off. Yeah, you can go rooftop entrance testing facility. Okay, that's talking about Dr. Bellamy and him getting all his life juices sucked out. Oh.
Typhon cacoplasmus. Everyone calls them mimics. Be careful what you pick up.
Cool. They look really nice. Let's see. From Sylvan Bellamy to, oh god, Xiao Longhing. I totally butchered that name. Sorry. Morgan's behavior. Alex has requested all orders go through him after Morgan's outburst at the debrief. Pending a psych evaluation, Alex indicated he doesn't want any more surprises from Morgan, nor do we. Granted, Morgan had forgotten everything from the last test, as expected, but the aggressive response to the same set of testing criteria was clearly a departure. My recommendation is we need to start charting personality drift before future tests and debriefings and within the test itself. Bellamy. All right.
Alex. Simmons, what's going on?
We have a problem.
What about Morgan?
She's alive, sedated.
Clean it up. I'm on my way.
They were right above us and we didn't even know. At least they're not looking in on the bathroom. That'd be creepy as all hell. Yeah, I saw you. So the mimics are called mimics for a reason. Oh. Sir, I don't know if you know this, but your face looks kind of weird. Yeah. They can just turn into anything they damn well please. Yeah, that's pretty damn impressive. So you see here Looking Glass. When this game was first announced, if you went to Arcane's official website, sorry, I'm moving my legs, they had a demo on their website before this game was released. And I believe the two devs who were giving the demo did mention that this was kind of their homage to System Shock 2. And if anybody who's watching knows anything about System Shock 2, one of the developing studios of System Shock 2 was called Looking Glass Studios. So Looking Glass is what the name of the main computer system on Talos 1 is called. Decontamination. Cleanse me. Oh.
No one has been able to stop the mimics from multiplying since they broke containment. I'm going to help you stay alive. Just a little further.
Thanks. Appreciate it. Yeah, let me just carry around some biohazard stuff. So this game is very reminiscent of, again, System Shock 2. I would even say reminiscent of BioShock, if for no other reason than the look. And once we get into the main lobby, you'll see what I mean. It's very Art Deco, which was a very big look for BioShock. Urgent. This is from Marco Simmons to that dude's name. Hey, I think Bellamy's taken data related to mimicry and remote manipulation out of the research department. Get to the trauma center and grab the keycard to his cabin off his body. I'm sorry to be morbid, but Alex will lose his shit if someone else finds that data. Marco Simmons. So it seems Dr. Bellamy, who was the dude attacked, might have been taking company secrets. Okay. Calm down, Morgan. Oh. That always startles me when that comes up. No, I've never played this game before. Alright, Alice Aiken. Alice, what you got for me? Simulation request. This is from Marco Simmons to Alice. Hey, Alice. Oh, wait. Maybe I should go to... No. Hey, Alice, I'll send you the white paper Alex and Morgan wrote. Here's the nutshell version for now. Gaining a new skill from a neuromod works similar to the way your brain creates new memories. In fact, it's impossible, for now, to separate the changes the mod makes from normal memory formation. So if I want to strip the neuromod that makes you play a piano like Gustav Leitner, it'll reset your brain back to the moment before you first installed it. They wanted Morgan's mind pristine to receive the prototype neuromods. That means going way the hell back, hence the apartment sim. Yous are dedicated to their science is all I can say. Hit me up for lunch later, Simmons. So that just kind of gives you a little bit of an idea on the Neuromod's installation and taking the Neuromods out. I do not have the hacking ability. Alright, which one of you? It's you, isn't it? Damn it. Of course it would be the last one I chose. Why not? Isn't there... No, idiot. There we go. Simulation lab. Personality drift results. Let's see. Dr. Bellamy, here are the results from today's personality test. I'm seeing some drift over the last few trials compared with previous results. This isn't the first time. I'll let Alex know. Most recent test is pasted below for reference. This is just the test that I took at the beginning. I've already read that. See, have my people been coming to you from Matthias Cole to Sylvan Bellamy still? Yes, I've noticed the same thing. You know I can't divulge names, but there's definitely been a spike in staff from your department reporting instances of acute anxiety. It's actually much worse with the psychotronic staff. I'm talking to Kelstrip about mitigating some of the stress there, but I'm concerned these are not isolated incidents. Going to mention it to Alex at the next director's meeting. Matthias Cole. Don't start with me. Hi.
That was a phantom. Typhon Anthrophantasmus. Keep moving.
He was lovely. Not at all intimidating. You know, I do have to say I'm not, like, I guess hugely impressed with the enemy design. They just look like finger smudges to me. I don't have a repair ability, so can't do that. Come on. There you go. Glue gun cannon. The TranStar glue cannon. Jellifoam lattice organism obstructor. Disables and or immobilizes targets without harming them. Glue can extinguish flames and temporarily stop electric arcs. When hardened, glue can also be used as a climbable platform. I didn't actually, when I first played this game, I didn't actually give the glue gun that much use. And then later playthroughs, I was like, well, what the hell? Yeah, I saw you guys. And it actually became very, very helpful.
Morgan, there. In the foyer. Grab the Neuromod you see in the display case. Normally it's a fake, but I swapped in a real one for you. The Neuromods are critical. You won't survive without using them to install new aptitudes. I've already updated your transcribe with the list you requested. Take a look.
All right. That's how you do it. All right, which one of you? I think you can get her to actually, like, stomp on them at some point. Yeah, not a bad little area. Oh god. Yeah. Neuromods and abilities. The Neuromod is a revolutionary TranStar invention that allows you to learn new skills and abilities. Press in to open your transcribe and navigate to Neuromod section. Okay. Alright, so we got a scientist section, which use knowledge of science, medicine, and specialized lab equipment to your advantage. Engineer section, specialize in modifying your gear, repairing, and crushing problems with your wrench. Security, boost your physical abilities, skill with firearms, and security tactics. I usually go for this first, anytime I can increase my health at the beginning of the game. That is typically what I do, so yes. And this horrible... Yeah, let's just shove that in our eye. Oh my god.
I'm sure there are many TranStar personnel who wish they had stronger, faster bodies at the moment. Now, let's get you to the main lobby.
Wait, where the hell did you go? Stop it! I really dislike the mimics. Alright, which one of you things? No, come here. Yeah. Stop being a dick. Something I do want to point out, and this is a real problem with Bethesda games. The collision in their games is garbage. By which I mean, this might take a hot minute. Okay, so there is a upgrade you can get to move heavy stuff, right? Or, you know, like I said, it takes a hot minute. But you can kind of typically nudge things in there. Yeah. Can I get in there yet? No. All right, let's see. There you go. Yeah. Thanks, Bethesda. You're... And now the question is, can I get out? Come on, girl. There we go. Like I said, it takes a little finagling, but it's manageable. Favorites wheel. Cool. Alright, we got it. We gotta get to our office, dude. Yes. Let us confirm. Okay, this reveal coming up when I first played this game. Hold on. A mysterious contact named January is guiding you to the main lobby of this facility. So this reveal that's coming up when I first played this game, for some reason, it really just made, like, my stomach drop. I don't know why. But it's kind of like, oh. I love these posters throughout the station.
You made it. Ready for your first real view of the world?
No. Oof. Yeah, there's good old Earth. Moon, Earth. Yeah, we're in space. We've been in space this whole time. Yeah, I don't know. Good old Milky Way galaxy right there. Yay!
Careful. You need to get to your office. I've updated your map. There's a video you need to see. I know you have a lot of questions.
Boy, do I. Just an entire section of the station just blew out. Yeah, so you see what I mean by like the Art Deco look and feel of the station. The environmental designs in this game were really well done, I have to say. And interesting, like, I don't know if it's because I have headphones on, but the sound design is so much more crisp and loud.
An alert. All personnel should report to muster stations immediately and await further instructions.
Don't want to set the alarms off, so we're just going to go on through to the side. Talos 1. That is the shuttle bay. No oxygen detected. Think we'll be coming back to that. Just bring you up here. Go for it, buddy. Thank you, turrets. I will take that.
Good morning, Talos. Warning. Tampering with administrative controls on workstations or keypads may result in electric shock. If you're having trouble accessing a system, please send a help alert to security.
Now there is a particular mission. There's a Neuromod smuggling ring. Yeah. There's certain like fire alarms that you can knock 3 times or 4 times and you'll get little nifty gifts. Now we're trying to get to our office. I typically go this way. Hoping to avoid the shitstorm of mimics that are down there. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Okay, I was about to say, if I swear to God, if I fall down there. Oh. Damn it. Yeah, see? Pretty nice. Works well for me. You know, let's take some of these flowers. Ugh. Makes me slightly nauseous. No. I will be taking you. Which I already think I have a trauma center keycard, but I'll take another one. Why not? See anything interesting here? Volunteer attitude from John Haskins to Bianca Goodwin. And also Sarah Elazar, who is the head of security in this game. Miss Goodwin, I'm going to need more support. The volunteers are agitated more than usual. This morning, 11 threatened to bash my head in if I didn't let him out to stretch his legs. When you get up here, the key code is 2352, not the old number on file. I'm pretty sure they've been watching me punch that in, so I changed it. Security Officer John Haskins. Basically, those two emails, Dr. Igwe, who we will meet later on in the game, is a huge fan of Gustav Leitner, who is a musician in the game. And basically, Gustav Leitner was invited on board Talos 1, and Igwe would not leave him alone. So, see, Bellamy's move notice. Staff, please move these remaining boxes to my new office in Neuromod division as soon as feasible. Let's see. From Morgan Yu, me. To Sylvan Bellamy, test subject. Sylvan, I'm trusting you with my brain. You do good work, so hopefully that continues. Winky face. Listen, if the tests don't go well, if something happens, let Alex know that I know it wasn't his fault. I signed up for this. Also, if the tests drag on, consider moving your office down to Sim. Less hassle, and you can always move back after we celebrate our success. So clearly, the tests were going for a very prolonged time because he is moving out of that office. Hello, Mr. Turret. You go, dude. OMG hot balls.
The code to your office is 0451.
I was just looking at an email about that. Thank you. I had it under control, January. 0451. Home sweet home. Your office.
Welcome back. This has been your home for the last 3 years. The video should be on your workstation.
I'm gonna loot my office first. Hold on. Look at this happy family. Yeah. Just a bundle of joy, those people. Teleconference. Good morning, Morgan. I got the plan you requested. It's in your safe. Jason. Okay, we'll get to that in a minute. We'll take the alcohol. What does my inventory actually look like? It is an effing mess, is what it looks like. So let's... The recycler. So some of the stuff that we've been picking up is just going to be tossed on in there. Let's go ahead and toss that in there. Alcohol. I don't drink, so we'll toss that in there. Candy. I don't eat candy. Toss that in there. And let's have a good time recycling. And the whole point of this is you get all this lovely stuff that you then take over to here and you can make stuff out of, like ammo and weapons and all sorts of fun stuff. All right. So I think we should probably watch the video and then we will call it a day. Let's go ahead and do this again. Anything else? I'm going to straighten this out. Don't you worry. Nice little wrench flip. Okie dokie. Oh, you know, I will take you. Thank you. Also, neuromods. How many do I have? I've got 4. Let's see. What do we want to do, everyone? I think I'm at... Okay. I think let's... Damn. What do I want to do? I guess let's do that. The repair 1. Fix broken graft shafts, fabricators, and recyclers with spare parts. Yeah, let's go ahead and do that. And does this give me more space? That one, upgrade your TranStar uniform with extra inventory space and allow installation of 2 additional chipsets. I don't really care about that. So let's go ahead and do that though, because I want more space. And then actually I am going to need that for something later. All right. I'll straighten that up later. Let's get to watching the video. Okay. Question mark? From Michaela Ilyushin to Morgan Yu. I still don't know what happened. I've put it behind me, but there's no reason we can't be civil. You passed me in the hall today, and you looked through me. If you're angry at something I did, tell me and we can talk about it. Pretending you don't even know who I am isn't going to help. We still have to work together. Mika. Do not disturb. From Jason Chang to Morgan Yu. Jason Chang being our lovely secretary out there. Morgan, as requested, your terminal logs are set to be automatically forwarded to your suite and crew quarter, and the supplies from hardware sent up. Let me know if they get to you all right, and if not, I'll get it resolved. Like last week, I'll make sure you aren't disturbed in the interim. Let me know if there's anything else I can do. I'll hold down the fort outside your office, Jason. What a nice little gentleman he is. Watch me, Morgan. Hello, Morgan. This LGV file should clear things up. Make sure you're alone when you hit play. Play is hit.
Hello, Morgan.
Hi, me.
Tough day, right? If I'm talking to myself, it must be. Your memory's shot full of holes, I know.
There's the code.
I'm sorry, but it's permanent. So the first thing you need to know is you can trust January. It's an operator, a sort of backup of you and me. It knows what you've forgotten. We've been testing a new kind of neuromod based on the Typhon organisms, mapping their neural patterns onto ours. Problem is, when you uninstall a neuromod, it resets your memory back to the moment you first put it in. That's why you forget. There's supposed to be a process that brings you back up to speed between test runs. But someone could just skip that part, turn a single day into your entire life. Well, that's exactly what Alex did. The question is, why? You're not going to like what I have to say next.
Whoopsie doodle.
I thought I found every one of those damn videos. Sorry, but I can't let you listen to that. Not until I've had a chance to explain everything in person. For now, just... Damn it. I have to go. Just sit tight. Please.
Thanks, bro.
Sorry, Morgan. Alex cut us off from the Looking Glass servers. Time to improvise. I suggest you search Dr. Calvino's workshop in the hardware labs. He invented the Looking Glass technology. You might find a way to restore the server connections there. I'm looking for another way to help you in the meantime. Good luck.
Alright, gang. I think that is where we will leave this first video of Prey 2017. So next time, we will be heading over to the hardware labs, to Dr. Calvino's workshop, so we can get the Looking Glass system back online and finish watching our message to ourselves. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video. I'm going to try something and try and upload my playthrough of this a little more consistently, with not so many days in between of not uploading. Just to give it a try, do a little experimenting. So definitely be on the lookout for uploads of this game in the next couple of days. And I think that's it. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you come back, and I hope you all have a fantastic day, and I will see you next time. Bye.